Good day and welcome, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to my new 4x8, actually it's 4x53 inch Lionel train set. I just finished, put up for sale. I used my stock, everything I had. Not everything, I mean what I had in the stock. This is what I call my over and under dog bone or washer layout. When I was a kid, this was my set I had by the washer and dryer. But I expanded it. I brought the track back this way just a bit to allow for the lumber loader to go in between this track and the side track behind it, and I'll show you in a minute. It's about 96 is 8 feet, right? 96 by 53, or just over 4x8. My washer layouts, I like to sometimes just put the track and a couple of accessories so they're more affordable, and then the buyer just adds the accessories or whatever he wants, operating cars and everything. With this one, I wanted to put a couple more things in. So I had the 164 Lionel log loader, which is all rebuilt, and couple 2 remote switches, 1033 transformer with whistle, all rebuilt, new whistle disc. I like using a whistle disc. I know everybody goes to the diodes, that's fine. That may be even better, but I've always had good luck with the replacement disc. You just got to make sure you get that nut tight, that kind of that speed nut, whatever you call it, that holds the disc on. And clean all the connections. There's a pin on it that goes through the disc. There's a kind of a tab or something. What do you call it? Not a connector, but it goes through a ring, and then it goes to the back of the plate. And on the other side, the surface has to be cleaned for the not the powder side, but the coated side of the disc. And the other side, the nut has to be cleaned. That speed nut, it's got like 4 grippers on it. Not speed nut, but you know. And when you push those in, I should really show you with a screwdriver or something. You can push it on, but it doesn't seem to stay tight all the time. It must drive a lot of guys nuts. What you do is you take a screwdriver and you kind of push down on those gripper parts that stick up, and it really grabs it tight. Push on each side of the pin, like, 12 and 6 o'clock. Push down on those things that stick up a little bit, and it grabs it, really grabs it good. The caboose isn't lighted. I just felt like going with what I had. The cars are in beautiful shape. They're well preserved. The canister car, Frisco car, the double automobile car with original load. The cars were always different colors, and they were still correct, so Lionel kind of did them in a few different ways. The tanker, double dome, and the 3461 log dump that puts the logs in the log loader, brings them up to the other side, and then you drive around the back and you dump them into the car again. I should get the measurement for you in case you're interested in making a layout, how wide that is to space the 2 tracks apart. The bridge, I love using. It's because there's only 2 straights going over, whether it's 027 or O gauge for this layout. I use a Marx bridge. That's a Marx bridge. It says Wabash on it because it's just a hair shorter than a 24-inch Lionel, where, of course, when the engine comes around, it would hit the struts. And the Marx bridge is just under 20 inches. It must be about 18. So unless you got a really wide nose engine, like maybe some FM swing out pretty good, they'll hit that. That's gonna clear most of them. I thought it'd be neat to put a red light on top. I didn't have time. And something really interesting on the bumpers. Do you see the bumpers? I got a bumper on each sidetrack. It's a lighted Lionel bumper. They usually come on with the track power for the train, you know, the track. I wanted to run them to accessories, so I put a triple isolator pin in and ran a couple wires to the track, and they came on with accessory, and that was all fine until one of the cars went over the insulator rail, and it touched the rails that were insulated, and somehow it sent current to the track, and the engine would run. I didn't want to sell it to somebody like that in case one of their cars got too far onto the very end. Like, there's only 4 inches. So that didn't work. Because somehow it sent current back to the 1033 telling the train to run if the wheels on a freight car just touched the outers. So, very interesting. I like to study that. I don't know what's inside these. It was picking up accessory current and sending it to the throttle. So, no, bad idea. What you'd have to do is just maybe destroy the tab that goes to the center rail for the bumper. You know, and you could do that, but I didn't want to wreck the bumper, so I just took the insulator pins out and went back to accessory. Or, sorry, track power. I see my batteries are getting kind of low. I'm going to start running here before they run out. Here's a whistle, all rebuilt. Even the tender's rebuilt. I baked my trestles on top so the engine stays on. Less tendency to fly off. She's smoking. I didn't rebuild the smoke unit. It's just well preserved. It was smoking, so I left it. Oh, one problem. I came off the rail here. Sometimes those pilot trucks don't want to stay on the trestles. It said just single wheel pilot truck, not a 4. It's just single. Next time around, we're going to pick up some logs. Here's a whistle. Got an operating gateman on the corner and operating crossing gate. Here's a log loader. Entering a siding. Ready? You gotta load them in two shots because it only holds 3 in the hopper. Oh, I got caught. Woohoo! Back out. As long as I'm on my feet. Here's a gateman and a crossing gate. And a free hand here for a little bit. My two accessories are working on track pressure sensors. The 2037 with no magnet traction. The cars are lightweight, but it's pulling 6 uphill. There's smoke. Charging up the hill. Like I was saying, I like to bank my trestles. It's not tied down all the way, but I just got the shim under here that raises up one side under each one. And it kind of puts the track in like that so the steamers are less likely to fall off. They can tip over. Oh, it came off again. Shoot. I might have a little bit of a tweak of track back there. Right off the trestle. I'm going to put this down. Sometimes you got to tweak everything a little. Anyway, I line up the log loader here. I'd love to show you this. It's one of my favorite accessories. The log loader had a early and a late version. I forgot how to tell which was which, but I got her working good. And it dumps the logs in here, of course, picks them up. I think I'll just dump them first here. Ready? Whoop. That's the backside, sorry. And I need engine. Alright. Got confused there. So then you hit the switch on the log loader control. It picks them up and it puts them in the hopper for loading on the other side. Super neat, eh? And your controller is a special one. Instead of 2 buttons, It's got the switch on one of them. There's all sorts of tips I could give you for rebuilding one of these. I took it apart, of course, did everything to it. But sometimes your logs aren't even, and if they're off center or uneven, each one of these gears has a hex head on it where if you loosen up, it'll adjust it. Of course, you don't adjust both, just the one to line up with the other. And when you get it level, then you're good. So, of course, it's got the lights on underneath. I have it wired to 11 volts on the 1033 on the B and C. That's pretty good. But of course, it's up to preference, personal preference. Do some running. Came off right there. Shoot. I get it. Wish I could just tweak that track quick. Oh well. I think I'll just cut the video here. Coming off of that trestle, there must be a little curve that's not right. So, that's it for today. Everything's for sale, like I say. I don't have the price on this one yet. It's not posted. But I hope you like watching all the videos. And I'm all gauges from N to G, everything in between. Go back over 100 years even. Some of the Lionels I saw in American Flyers are over 100 years old. But that's it, and thanks for watching.